Assalamualaikum and greetings. We are from Group 1, Section 1 for Project Development Procedure. I will introduce my group member. First is Ahmad Azlan bin Kamaruddin that will present about Part C, Housing Layout and its Arrangement. Second, Muhammad Nur Hanif bin Muhammad Yusuf that will present the same as Azlan. Third is myself, Nuriman Nabila binti Yusman. Fourth, Nur Ilyana Izzati binti Nur Azman that will present about Part D, Project Development Procedure. And lastly, Siti Zulaika Wajdi binti Muhammad Farid Wajdi present about Part B, Basic Design Concept. For the project summary, the developer is Worldwide Property Management Sendiri Berhad. The landowner Menteri Besar Selangor Pemadanan. Architects is from Johari and Hashim Chartered Architects. The units for this project is double-story house that has 147 units. The address is shown in this slide.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Tizlaika. I'm going to share about green housing concept. A green home is a style of residence created with the environment in mind. The effective of energy, water, and building material is a key component of green housing. Building material for a green home may be recycled, ecological friendly, or acquired sustainably. It may use environmentally friendly energy sources like solar or geothermal energy and be situated to maximize the benefit of natural elements like sunshine and tree cover. Green home in eco-arden Seti Alam Selangor. This idea has just recently made its way to Malaysia. Eco-world tradition of creating ecological sustainable community is continued by Eco-Ardens, a mixed-use community construct on an opulent 533 acres of land. Like all of Eco-World development, a sizable portion of its plan is devoted to park and greenery with a linear park and lake park fostering a family-friendly environment that promote more outside activity. The most impressive aspect of this building has to be the 20-foot back lane placed between homes, which give occupants the impression that they have easy access to their very own private park. Living here is genuinely feel like living in park. Next is advantages of greenhousing. First is a carbon footprint reduction. Second is efficient and sustainable material. Next is energy efficiency, and lastly, reduce operational and maintenance costs. Lastly is disadvantages of greenhousing. Firstly is high initial cost and also technology problem. Next is maintenance difficulties. And lastly, about material issue.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I will explain about the layout housing of Halia 2. Our residential area consists of 147 units, and there are three types of house, which is type A, type B, and type C. The difference between these three types are the interior design and the size of house. For type A, the size is 1,511 square feet. For type B, 1,434 square feet. And for type C, 1,537 square feet. And all of these houses are double story units. Next, I will continue with layout drawing. This is a layout drawing for type A, which is consists of 4 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms. So next is for type B, same with type A, 4 bedrooms and 3 bedrooms, with the difference in interior design. And the last one, this is layout drawing for type C. Also same with type A and type B, but the difference is also the interior design.
Hi, my name is Momanani Bemamiso. So I'm going to talk about the lot size for the housing development. So in general, for the two-story terrace house usually have a lot size ranging from 1,200 square feet to 2,000 square feet. This is for the intermediate units. Meanwhile, for the corner units usually have a larger lot size, which is approximate 2,500 to 4,000 square feet. So for the proposed lot size for each type of building differs because you had intermediates and corner unit, which is 1,434 square feet to 1,527 square feet. Next is for the open space requirement. So which is for the open space, the layout designs allocates 30% of the total land area, which is 533 acres, which is equivalent to 159 acres. The infrastructure mainly is the road, which is we use general sizing, which is 20 meters wide for the main road and 10 meters wide for the side roads.
My name is Nur Iliana Izzati binti Nur Azman, and I will present for partly about project development procedure. Okay, the one-stop center is represented by the Ministry of International Trade and Industry, Malaysia Investment Development Authority, Ministry of Health and the Immigration Department of Malaysia to ensure the legitimacy and health status of business traveller before they enter into Malaysia. Responsible for receiving, reviewing, signing and distributing complete application development proposal by the one-stop center. Directly responsible for coordination of the OSC committee meeting and the result of the OSC committee meeting. Responsible for monitoring and production process of the CCC. The next slide provide information about certificate of completion and compliance, CCC form and their proposals. So this is the type of form and the function for certificate of completion and compliance, which is CCC. The function of Form A is to certification of building or structural plan. It is for endorsement on plan to be submitted for approval. Next is Form B to notice of completion, resumption of building operation. Form F1 is partial certificate of completion and compliance. Form F is certification of completion and compliance, which is CCC, and the last form is G1 and G2 is to stage certification for various component of work. As you can see, this is our process chart, and there are 7 process of certificate of completion and compliance CCC that shown in this slide, and I will describe the overall process. For process 1 is the method of starting work on the location. This is for principal submitting person will submit form B, notice of commencement, resumption of building operation to local authorities through one-stop center. And for process 2 is process of submitting notice for gradual completion submission. It is principal submitting person will only inform the completion of the substructure level to preparation of component G1 until G3, stage certification for various component of work, local authorities through one-stop center. And next is process 3, the delivery process, copy of PSP stage completion notice to PBT by one-stop center counter. For this process, after receiving the notification from principal submitting person, one-stop center will distribute a copy of the notice to local authorities. Next, process 4 is site visit process by local authorities. At this stage, it is appropriate for local authorities to go to the location for any non-compliance is often direct to be corrected immediately. Therefore, the subsequent visit are encouraged. This process is done by MPK to inspect the project as the response of the developer application. For process 5 is the method of submitting a non-compliance report from LA and the determination of corrective method by OSC committee. Site work is sustained during the consideration of one-stop center except instruction stop work issue. If there is no problem during inspection, the project will continue as normal. And next is process 6 is CCC withdrawal process by PSP. The certificate of completion and compliance certificate has been signed by principal submitting person, with a serial number are going to be pinned on each CCC certificate to make sure no fraud. And the last is process 7 is document submitting process after CCC insurance. This is for principal submitting person submit original certificate of completion and compliance CCC certificate to project developer or building owner, and the original G form must be kept by PSP. That's all from me. Thank you.
So, the conclusion for this project are the sustainable development. For this project, we need to control the production and construction planning as to fulfill existing needs without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Any kind of development arises from a specific necessity. All the consequences will be more severe if unsustainable ways we adopt. That's all from us. Thank you.